Niggas wanna murder Brassy. Boulevard, Mar-a-Lago, and a Maserati. Booby, black gunner, and men still a catch a body. And if you some out my back.
What's happening, y'all? How are y'all doing? Hey, my peoples, how is you doing? You doing all right? I know that's right. As you can see, we is back with another story time. Yes, child, yes, another story time. But before we get into this one, y'all gotta go back and make sure y'all watching and y'all liking the other ones. Y'all know y'all love it here. Y'all know y'all love it in this Give Avenue that y'all be riding down with me. Y'all know y'all love it here. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because you already love it here because you're watching this video. And that's on period. As you can see by the title, y'all, my friend. And then Chocolate, he wasn't no, you know what? Let's get into this story time, y'all, because baby. Okay, y'all. Boom. So we back with Chocolate. Y'all know who Chocolate is. And if you don't know who Chocolate is, what you doing here? You know what you gotta do. I ain't even finna play it with you like that. You know what you gotta do if you don't know who Chocolate is. You know what you gotta go back and do. Go watch the other story time so you can know where we here. We peoples, we gotta be here. Not like we gotta be here. Okay, period. Okay. Anyway, so y'all know if little CJ debacle when he ran Chocolate off my steps or whatever, me and then he went and got with Big Booty Bianca. Y'all, oh gosh, y'all know, like after that, me and Chocolate, we became a couple. Okay, he became my boyfriend or whatever. Yeah, he became my boyfriend. So, my mama had already met Chocolate because she wasn't playing. After CJ sat up there and if you don't know what I'm talking about, say after CJ sat up there and played, like he was my mama wasn't having it. So, she met Chocolate or whatever and she approved or whatever. So me and Chocolate, like I said, we started dating. Now Chocolate, he was a real like I said, chocolate, dark skinned boy, nice pretty teeth, all of that. But he wasn't like really hood or anything. He hung with a couple of guys, but he was really a easygoing guy. So no lie, for some reason, y'all, when I was younger, like I always felt like the loud boys and the boys who always wanted to seek attention. That's who the girls wanted. That's who everybody else wanted. I like the low key type. Like I was still like that even when I got in high school and as an adult. Like I want the ones that's so quiet that you don't even know he in the room. And Chocolate was very much giving that. Like you seen him, but it wasn't too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you seen him, but he wasn't like look at me, like that. Like that. So anyway, y'all. So me and Chocolate started dating. Chocolate or whatever, he was living with his mom and his sister in the apartment complex. Y'all know the Apartment Chronicles. Yes, Lord. He was living in the apartments. So me and him, we would hang out all after that whole CJ thing. Like he forgave me. Like he really believed like cuz was crazy. Like he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or whatever. So we started really kicking it and talking on the phone and stuff like that. Just really vibing or whatever. He was such a nice boy. He was such a sweetheart. He really was such a sweetheart. But baby, whew, Lord Jesus. Anyways, I'm gonna tell y'all, Lord, why I'm just y'all remember this thing. Okay. So y'all remember the friend that I had that told me that girl, CJ don't be in school. And like I said, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you gotta go back so we could be here. Lord. So y'all remember that girl who I told you was like, girl, I don't never see CJ at school. Like if we be skipping or whatever. We gonna have to give her a name. We're going to name her April. We're gonna give her April. She April. So remember, April was already my home girl. This a little backstory on April. April used to be friends with Big Booty Bianca. Y'all know who Big Booty Bianca is. That's who CJ went with after he caught himself breaking up with me, even though he never went with me. Yeah. Anyway, April and Booty Bianca used to be friends, but I never knew why her and Bianca stopped being friends. Like, I never knew, like, the history. Like, it was kind of like, yeah, like, I would see them, you know, when I was quiet and, you know, first start coming outside, I would see him. Then all of a sudden I didn't see him anymore. But, you know, I start being friends with April or whatever. So it really, you know, I was like, you know, I didn't ask like, oh, why you stop hanging around with her? Because it was common, you know, shoot, you see somebody together talking 1 minute, then the next minute they're not talking. So it wasn't none of my business. I didn't care that much, which I should have cared. I really should have got the store. I should have cared, y'all. Anyway, so that's a little backstory on April. And remember, April went to Dirty Water, the high school across the street, the same as Chocolate and Bianca. Okay, we here. Okay. So I would on the weekends or whatever, I would always be close to Chocolate house or whatever. And even on Sundays, my mama allowed me to go to church with his mama and stuff like that. Y'all, I'm just talking about real cute. Like my mom and his mom never met, but they talked on the phone like once or twice or something like that. So, you know, everybody knew everybody. It was just really cute, y'all, just really cute or whatever. And I would go to, like I said, I would go to church or whatever with Chocolate and his mom and his sister. Sometimes it would just be real cute, y'all, real cute. What I be saying, it's just puppy love. Like it was really cute, y'all. So anyway, you know, Chocolate, he had homeboys or whatever that went across the street to Dirty Water or whatever. So they, you know, like I said, like, you know, they would joke, you know, sometimes we would be around or whatever, and they'll, you know, joke stuff like that about like, oh, Tosh, you all up on him, like you act like you want to come to across the street, Dirty Water or whatever. You just love being around him and stuff, like, you know, like it's just, yeah, you know. That I think about it. They probably was trying to tell me something. Probably needed to come there anyway, y'all. Anyway, so when April would be around me and Chocolate, she was real cool, real cordial, whatever. Like, you know, it wasn't nothing weird. Like April, she didn't have her own boyfriend that went to Dirty Water. She had a boyfriend that went to another school or whatever. You know, that she would talk about, and you know, she'd be on the phone with and stuff like that. She had another boyfriend who was supposed to, I believe, go to Dirty Water, but he ended up moving and stuff like that. But that was her boo or whatever. So she would usually be with me and Chocolate when we were outside hanging around and stuff like that. But not too much. You know, we would be kicking it with his homeboys and she'll be talking to them and stuff like that. Right. So on this particular time, I want, you know, we still going like a couple of months or whatever, but it was a new girl that came and she moved into the apartments or whatever, and she started going across the street to Dirty Water or whatever. What we gonna call this girl? We gonna call her Yasmin. So Yasmin, she moves into the apartment complex. Yasmin was a cute little girl or whatever and stuff like that, and she went to Dirty Water. So one day, one day, me and April are outside or whatever, right? And she was like, you know, it was after a day of school. I don't know what Chocolate was doing for some reason, but I wasn't with him. I was with April or whatever. And she was just like, yeah, like that girl Yasmin, she just be in everybody's face. And I'm like, what you mean she be in everybody's face? Who face she be in? Like, you know, like, what's that? Like, she just be in everyone's face. Like, girl, she just thinks she cute. She just like, and it's just like, you know, back then, like, little girls, oh, she just thinks she too cute. She just thinks she too cute. And, you know, me, I'm like, well, what she be doing? Like, give me detail. Like, what she be doing? Like, what she, you know, because quiet as kept, baby, we was in people's face. We was walking around trying to be in the nigga's face. Like, so what's she doing that we ain't doing? Like, is it, like, what is it giving? Like, or whatever. But she was just like, oh, and you know, she really be in Chocolate face. So I'm like, in Chocolate face, what she be doing with Chocolate, girl? Like, what? When has this started? Why are we just talking about this? Like, you been peeping her being in Chocolate face? Like, what she be saying to him? What they be doing? She be like, no, like, she just, every time she got a question about the school or whatever, it seems like she always go find him, and I'm like, for real? So, you know, my attendance up, because now I'm a little upset, because, girl, why my Chocolate? It's so many. Why my boyfriend? Why you want to come talk to him? Why you trying to? Girl, you don't know no campus monitors that you can go ask questions to? Why you coming to find him? Like oh my God, it's so funny to think back to it. So April tells me that. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, she don't need to do that. I ain't gonna lie. I was giving ratchet, like, cause she not my boyfriend. Like, about that. Y'all, oh my gosh. Like, no. She don't even need to talk to him. Nothing else like that, y'all. Just letting her hype my little head up to be so ratchet. Oh my gosh. So, April go on and I end up meeting up with Chocolate like later on that day, whatever. And I'm like, so what's this I hear about you and Yasmin? And he's like, me and Yasmin. He was like, what about her? Like, she knew or whatever. And she gotta, take a couple of my classes. He was like, but what's up with me and Yasmin? Like, what? What about her? And I'm like, so you don't be out there really flirting with her? And, I'm like, you don't be doing none of that? Like, so people, y'all, one thing I still didn't do back then, and I still don't do now, I never reveal my sources. So I always, and I stand tall on that. This a little side note. I know we in story time, but baby, girl code is really, I never give up my sources. You will never hear Tasha saying like, oh, because my friend, never will I do that, because that's not the point. The point is the information that was given to me, not who gave it to me. Because if you didn't do it, just say that and we can move on. But if it's true, you stand and face your consequences. Okay? Like, y'all, some girls be killing me like when they be throwing their friend on the bus, baby, you ain't supposed to do that. Now he know who to act, now he know who not to act out in front of, baby. You got to say, that's a little tidbit. That's a little game, y'all, for y'all young girls out there. Never reveal the source, boo. Ever. Okay? Anyway, so I was like, with him, I'm like, yeah, my people's coming back and telling me, like, people were telling me, like you just be all in her face and you just be letting her be all up in your face and stuff like that. And he was like, Tasha, I do not be letting girl be all in my face. She don't even like me. So here he go. He's like, nah, she be on my homeboy. Like, she on, one of those, like, oh, she really like my homeboy. If anything, my homeboy finna get with her and all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, we gonna see. Or whatever. So we let that day go past, y'all. So he would sometimes play basketball with his homeboys or whatever at the park or whatever, and I'd be sitting under the gazebo or whatever. But sometimes I wouldn't bring a book and sometimes I would. So this time I brought a book this time. So April went outside. It was just me and I think some more girls, but I wasn't really talking to them. Like, they were his homeboys' girlfriends, but I didn't mingle too much with their girlfriends because they went to dirty water and I really didn't know them like that. Anyway, so that, I think the game is almost finished and they're talking or whatever, and I start opening up my book, and then I hear a girl voice behind me, and I'm like, she was just like, oh, I always see you reading books. Who's your favorite author? And when I turn around, it's it's the girl Yasmin. So I look, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I gave her one of the stinkiest looks. Like, I don't have a favorite author. I just read. Y'all, just being a mean girl. Y'all, was just so mean to her. And she was just like, oh. And so she walked on. I know I heard her feelings. And at the time, because I thought she was trying to talk to my boyfriend. I tell y'all, I'm going to be honest on my channel. Back then, y'all, I thought she was trying to talk to my boyfriend. So, baby, ain't nothing sweet over here. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So, and she walk on, she's kind of like, oh, okay. And she walk on the court and she talking to the boys or whatever. So, I'm still trying to act like I'm reading my book or whatever, but I'm not trying to, like, give off too much. Like, I'm people like to see how she interacting with Chocolate. Because, baby, I'm talking to my boyfriend. Like, what? No. Like, don't be talking to my boyfriend or whatever. So, y'all, oh my gosh. So, Chocolate, he's talking to her, but not too much, because I know he was peeping at me like, girl, like, oh God, like, let me get on from this girl for this girl, sit up here and start having a whole fit, because I'm talking to her or whatever. So he come from the court or whatever, and he was like, here, you want to walk with me back to my house or whatever. So me and him get up or whatever night, and I start asking him. I said, so which one of y'all homeboys is she supposed to be talking to? Because I saw her talking to you. Look, I saw her talking to you. And he was like, anybody. He was like, she could talk to any one of them. He was like, I don't know who really trying to get at her like that, but a couple of them say they gonna try to get at her. He's like, but I'm not. I ain't trying to talk to her like that. I ain't, doing her, like, trying to get at her like that, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all remember, MySpace. Mind y'all, I didn't have a MySpace. So y'all remember that thing where they used to have like top friends and stuff like that, and put people on top friends. MySpace was really a big thing or whatever. They used to have, and I want to believe that Facebook was just showing up, but MySpace still had a thing called top friends. Remember, I didn't have one, right? So I'm walking with him to his house or whatever, I think he had to take a shower or had to change or something like that. Then we were gonna go back outside and stuff like that. So remember, I had my phone. So April had texted me. She was like, whenever you done with chocolate, come to my house, girl. I got something to show you and I had something to tell you. So I'm like, okay. So, I said my goodbyes to chocolate or whatever. And I head over to April's house or whatever. And she was like, you still ain't got no MySpace? I was like, no. I said, I don't even feel like, I went into even trying to make one. So she pulled up on her computer. She went to the girl Yasmin little profile page or whatever. Y'all remember with MySpace you could do the little music stuff and outlet. Like, I really feel like MySpace was before its time because it really was something, you know what I mean? So, the music, but you could see the top friends or top 5 friends or whatever it was called, where you could see the people who that person put on their top friends. Y'all, guess who was on Yasmin top friends? You guessed it, chocolate child. Why she got my man on her top friend? And he just said he don't talk to her. Something ain't clean in the water. Something going on. I don't like that. I ain't like that. So I'm getting mad, like, why she got him? So now I get to scrolling through her top friends to see if like one of his homeboys, none of his homeboys that he really hung with, that he claimed was like trying to get at her or whatever, none of his friends else was on there. Like, none of his friends was on there or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so it's him that you trying to get at. It's him. And so April's like, I don't understand why she got him on his top friends. And then you tell me, like, this is April, y'all, really hyping up the situation, y'all. She was like, I don't understand. He told you that he don't even talk to her like that, and she just this and she just that or whatever. And why she got like who? Like, I don't put nobody on my top friends that I don't talk to, who I ain't cool with like that or nothing. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and then I get to ask her questions like, do he eat lunch with her? Do he walk her to class? And she was like they got the same class, but I ain't gonna lie, they be showing up together. Like, y'all. Yo, oh my God, it's so funny now, but back then, baby, this was a very serious matter, okay? It was a serious matter to me, okay? It was so serious to me. So, I'm mad, so, it was about that time for me to go in the house or whatever. So I'm texting him like, she on your top, like, you on her top friends. Like, I need to see, like, who, if you got her on your type friends too. Because I never checked his little MySpace thing. I knew he had one, but I didn't have one. And I wasn't going to make one. And I didn't even really ask to see his. And he was like, she not even on my top friends. I don't know why she got me on her top friends. Like, I don't care about that girl. Like, I don't talk to her like that. Like, why are you getting so upset? I just told you, like, so, excuse me, y'all. Then he started to try to bring up the CJ thing, like, you just had a guy sit up here and try to fight me over you, who you claim you didn't go with, but now you trying to get at me for a girl who I'm telling you I don't go with, that you ain't never seen me talk to, that you ain't never seen me do. Y'all, he was trying to flip the script, y'all. He was trying to flip it, and I'm like, this ain't got nothing to do with CJ crazy ass. I told you he wasn't wrapped too tight, but that ain't the point. You ain't finna try to switch this and flip this, right? Okay, cool. So me and him, we get into a bad, like getting into a real bad. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm breaking up with you. And I stopped responding. So he started blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone, y'all. I'm not answering. I am not answering. I'm not taking him back. None of that. I'm talking about, so I go to bed in bed, and he just blowing up my phone, calling me, texting me, all of that. I will not answer. So the next day or whatever, he texts me in the morning like he texted me that morning, was like, if you don't answer your phone when we get out of school, he was like, we're really gonna break up. Or whatever, we're really gonna break up. And I'm just like even though, yeah, that's how it is. And I'm like, you gonna really break up with me? Even though I caught myself breaking up with this little boy. Oh my God, y'all, it's so funny, y'all. Anyway, and so, you know, me or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna answer him, because it's like, no, like, you're not gonna break up with me, baby. No sir. I do not get broke up with. I do the breaking. Okay? Like, I do the breaking. So anyway, y'all. So that we, you know, he get out of school, I get out of school, he called and I answer, and he talks to me like, listen, I'm telling you the truth, like, I don't talk to her, I don't talk to nobody else but you, like, I'm with you 24/7 half of the time. He's like, and then when I'm not with you, I'm texting you. He was like, and you always can, he's like, we stay in the same apartment complex. Don't you think if somebody really saw me with her like that, they would tell you and stuff like that? So I'm like, okay. He was like, she, and then, but this is where he was like, well, he was like, and he was like, really, Yasmin, she really a cool girl. He was like, but I don't want her, and she don't want me like that. He was like, I just been nice to her since she came to the school or whatever. He was like, so that's probably why she put me on her top. But she know I got a girlfriend. She know my girlfriend is you. Like, if you talk to her, she gonna tell you, like, I don't like her like that, and she don't like me like that. He was like, you can ask her. I don't text her. He's like, I don't even have her number, right? Yeah, I remember that. He said, I don't even got her number or anything else like that. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So it calmed my suspicions down that he wanted Yasmin or whatever and stuff like that. That he wanted to talk to Yasmin or whatever. So when we went back outside, when we got done off the phone or whatever, I met him outside and stuff like that, and we were sitting down, and he went to go play basketball. But this time, Yasmin was sitting at a different table or whatever. So I decided, I got up and I went and I sat with her, and I was like, hey, I was like, I heard you go to Wyatt, you like it, like, just trying to break the ice, because y'all know I gave that girl a stink eye when she when she came, and I tried to ask me about a book, y'all. So she was like, yeah, I like it. She was like, I don't see you there though. You don't go there, huh? I was like, nah, I go to tech or whatever. She was like, oh yeah, I got a couple of friends who decided to go to tech. It's just cool conversation. So we start kicking in, you know, really talking. I got to know her just a little bit. So y'all, so when my friend April come down there and she see me talking to her or whatever, she walked past, and I'm looking at April like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, you see me sitting right here or whatever. And she was like, and when April walked by, she was like, is that your friend? I was like, yeah, April is my friend. I said, she go to Dirty Waters too. I said, you don't be seeing her? She was like, yeah, I see her a lot. She was like, she was like, I'm friends with Bianca. She says, I'm friends with Bianca, so she's like, I don't think she likes me that much. I said, oh, okay, I didn't know that you were friends with Bianca. She was like, yeah, I've been knowing Bianca since I was in middle school, whatever. I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I said, for some reason, April and Bianca, you know, they stopped talking a while ago. I said, but April real cool, you know what I mean? I don't think she'll not like you just because you talk to Bianca or whatever. I was like, because my boyfriend Chocolate, you know, he cool with Bianca or whatever, and April cool with him. She was like, oh, okay. Like, she said, like it was something behind it, y'all, and it was something behind it. Anyway, we chopping it up. Okay, so Chocolate get finished playing basketball. He come and he chop it up with me and Yasmin for a little bit, and then he was like, come on, Tasha, I'm finna walk you home. It's getting, you know, it was getting dark and stuff like that. So he get the walk home or whatever. And so I talked to him and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know not April. I didn't know Yasmin was friends with Bianca. He was like, she is? Like he act like She like, for real? And I was like, yeah. I was like, she told me she been on Bianca for a long time. He was like, oh, okay. And I said, but when I, mentioned April, she said she didn't feel like April, like, don't really liked her. He was like, April don't like nobody. Like, like, April don't like nobody. He was like, she probably don't. He was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't be paying attention to them at school like that anyway. And I'm like, oh, I said, but April don't give up. I said, even though she walked past me and Yasmin sitting down, I was like, but I never asked what happened between her and Bianca or whatever. He was like, oh, he was like, that's a story for her to tell you. He was like, but it was a big thing. Like, it really, like, it was a big thing. I was like, well, what happened? Like, don't teaspoon me a little tea, baby, spill it. Like, he was like, nah, I ain't gonna get into all of that. That's your friend. If you ask her, I'm pretty sure she gonna tell you. So, of course, I'm like, okay, cool. And so I get in the house, whatever. So I'm texting April, like, girl, why you walk past me or whatever? Like, you didn't see me sitting there or whatever. She was like, cause you was sitting there with her. And I had a conversation with Chocolate or whatever, and he told me what was up with her, and I decided just to give her a chance just to get to know her. Like, he let me know that she was cool or whatever. That she was cool or whatever, and that I don't have nothing to worry about, because she knew who I was or whatever. And I said she seemed like she was a cool girl or whatever, and I said she even like she cool. And April was like, girl, she is not cool. She hang with Bianca, and anybody who hang with Bianca cannot be cool. And I'm like, so I hit her with the, you used to hang with Bianca. Like, what? And I was like, but you used to hang with Bianca. And I'm like, is that the reason why? I said, because that film, I said, that's why. I said, she kind of felt like, because she hang with Bianca, that you don't like her because she hang with Bianca. And she was like, well, yeah. And I was like, well, it don't make sense. You used to hang with Bianca. And I said, you never said what happened. Like, you never said what happened. She was like, Bianca was just being fake. She was just listening to lies, and she had the nerve to just be dragging my name. She was telling people I did a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't do, that she didn't have proof that I did, and she wouldn't believe me. She believed a boy over me and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I said, well, oh, I said, because you never told me the full story. She was like, it really ain't nothing to tell because I didn't do anything. Y'all remember that. She said, it ain't nothing to tell because she didn't do anything. That's what she said. She was like, but as far as for April, she was like, I don't have, it's no beef with her. She was like, but she just hang with Bianca, and I just, no, I'm not gonna fool with nobody who fool with Bianca. And I'm like, okay. I was like, but that's cool. But for me, I was like, well, I don't want you to feel like I'm being fake. I said, but she a cool girl. She ain't did nothing to me. Bianca hadn't did anything to me. Like, I didn't talk to Bianca or anything. And probably Bianca felt the same way that April felt. Like, I'm not finna talk to nobody who talk to April. And, it probably was the same thing. But I didn't have any ill feelings to Bianca. She ain't did nothing to me. I just knew her of being big booty Bianca. That's it. That's all. Right? Okay, cool. Okay, fast forward all of that. Me and Yasmin were cool. Like, we really became cool or whatever. She, like, April would not hang out with me and Chocolate, or even me, if Yasmin was around. She would not do it, y'all. She would not do it. So, okay, cool. So, y'all, fast forward. This was a nighttime situation. What was it? I think I came back from a football game or something. I remember. And I was blowing up Chocolate's phone. Y'all, I was blowing up his phone, and he would not answer. So, like, I'm blowing up his phone, and I'm blowing up his phone. So, like, I even, when I got back home from the football game, I told my mama, like, oh, like, I'm gonna run to Chocolate house and see if he can come to the step. I was like, for some reason, he not, answering his phone or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just tell him to walk me back home so we can sit on the steps. So y'all know Rita Gray's shit. Well, you better hurry up. Don't have me come looking for you. So I was on a time crunch, y'all. So I'm walking around the apartments, calling his phone. He would not answer. So finally, like, when I'm walking back home, I am pissed off, because where you at? Why you not answering my phone calls? I went into his homeboy or whatever, and his homeboy was like, yo, you seen Chocolate? I was like, no, I've been calling him for forever. Like, where I said, I don't even know where he is or whatever. I said, I've been calling him forever. I said, I just got home and I was supposed to meet up with him, but he not answering his phone. He's like, well, I got his phone. He was like, I'm supposed to give it back to him. He was like, but I'm finna leave. And he's like, I don't want to take his phone or whatever. He was like, so you'll probably see him before I do. Here is his phone. Y'all. His home, I ran into his home. I swear, y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. I ran into his home where he was like, yeah. He was like, here. He was like, well, you just take his phone and give it back to him. He's like, because I don't know where he walked off to. I don't know where he went. And I'm like, okay. Y'all. So I'm like, I'm seeing, you know, like, y'all wait. So I walked back in the house and my mom was like, what, you couldn't find him? I was like, no, but his friend or whatever had his phone or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait. And I said, I'm gonna just wait probably a little bit. And I said, do you think it'll be fine if I was like, because now I have his phone. I said, I saw his friend, but his friend don't know where he walked off to yet. And I said, do you think it'll be okay a little later for me to walk to his house? She was like, as long as it don't get too dark. She's like, because if it get too dark, you're not walking nowhere. He just gonna have to get that phone in the morning. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So I'm, you know, wait just a little bit. So, y'all, while I'm waiting, something in the back of my head go to the messages. Something, I got his phone. Something in the back of my head told me to what? Go check them messages. Y'all, when I check them messages, my heart
Oh, wait a minute.